Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Field of Glory Kingdoms as we're playing as France. So in today's episode we should be declaring war on the Normans. We're just building up our troops a bit through a variety of different ways. We're recruiting a new unit here, getting the early spearmen. And then we also have these decisions that we can take, which we'll wait to do until we get a little bit closer to getting that unit done. We have these two different regional decisions that we can make use of to get some additional units. An additional benefit of waiting is we're building up our authority, since we're going to be using quite a bit of our authority when we declare war on the Normans, as we don't have a claim. Now, if you're curious how you get claims, there's a couple different ways. There is a regional decision that you can sometimes get that'll allow you to get a claim. And then the other way is to ensure that you have negative relations with the Normans, which we do currently have. We're at negative 43. We despise them. We could also insult their emissary, which if you don't have a claim could result in you getting one. However, it will cost a little bit of authority, but not as much as what it's going to cost from us declaring war for not having one. So yeah, there's a few different options for us to try and get claims, but a lot of them are just based on if you get lucky or not, such as the regional decision or just having the negative relations, if that will result in you getting a claim. So you see that the Normans have already won their first victory here. And so that's unfortunate, because if they take over that last province, or I guess they have two more provinces, they could end up annexing all that territory. Now it does result in them having some issues, as I talked about at the end of the last episode. They'll have some instability problems, might face some revolts there. But overall, it just kind of makes our goal of defeating them a little bit more difficult. But we do need to wait. Well, that's interesting. So another alliance offer here with the Dauphine. That's right over here. I don't know that we're going to accept it because they're not very powerful. It's probably just going to bring us into conflicts we don't really want to play a role in. Not going to help us out much. So I think we're going to decline this particular offer here. So we're going to reject it. We really want to ally with Brittany. It's still 0%. Our relations have only gone up by 1 since last we looked. So I don't know if that's just 1 relations return or even slower, but obviously not going to make much of a difference there. So that's just about the claim that they have here on our territory. We did get a regional decision to build a harbor. Not the most useful, considering the fact that we don't have any coastal territory just yet, but could be useful later. And then we also got a notification about them conquering this territory here. This notification is just about that peasant that we turned into a freeman, so we can now use them down here for the commerce, if we so desire. And also we finished the construction of the woodcutting. Alright, so that's gonna get us a bit of infrastructure, but also produce some wood. And we can go and get another thing constructing here. So our options are the poultry farm, which will grant us food and money, and produces livestock. Let me just take a look at what all we need here, because I know that we already have the wool here. We needed the wood for this, the mining exploitation. The tannery does need livestock. Okay. So might want to get the chickens. There's the crude smelter. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go here. Grants us some food in addition. So yeah, we'll get that. There'll be 5 turns. They're going to grow in 6. This province things are going pretty well there at the moment. So just looking at our current growth and all of our buildings that we're constructing. So you can see where we stand there. So we get that other unit. I should have set up the regional decision to get the additional units. So to get all those at the same time. Yeah, we'll want to do that now, because they just took another location. I would not be surprised if they end up making peace now. Now they could decide to just fully annex all their territory, again going after that last location. Yeah, the war is going well for them. It's not a difficult enemy. They're pretty weak. So not surprising. So yeah, we really need to, we gotta get involved. So probably going to be next turn is when we declare war, which means we won't be able to actually start conducting the war till the turn after that. But yeah, very soon, guys. Still have not gotten any of those progress tokens since the last one. So very unfortunate. Oh, wow. Somebody attempted to assassinate us. That's a regional decision. Okay, so we got lucky there. It was probably the Normans. Could also have been this particular character. I think this is about a coup, though. Could have been within our country, but I think that's generally from the regional decision. But anyways, we did get our extra unit here. Increased our strength. Not looking too bad now. We should be pretty comparable to the Normans at this point, but we want to be more powerful than them. So let's go ahead and use the regional decision now. So we have 2 of them here. Recruit the local units and recruit the non-standard units. You can read exactly what you're getting here. That's going to cost us 100 for this one. We're currently at 580, so we could get both of these. This is 50 and then 20 manpower, which we're getting pretty close to our cap on manpower. So it'd probably be beneficial. I don't know, can we do both of them? Yeah, I feel like I want to do both. We'll do the local units and see if this will let us do this one as well. Yeah, it will allow us to do both. I wasn't sure if you could do them both at the same time in the same province. Yeah, seems to be okay. Alright, so I don't think we got anything else done that we need to manage. We have growth happening in 1 turn here, and a building being constructed in 2 provinces the next turn. Alright, so let's end the turn. And then next turn we'll be going to war, guys. We'll have those extra units. We'll see how our economy looks with all those additional troops. And then, yeah, we're going to lose that authority, the 15 authority, and so that'll hit us. But once you get to 50, you get a penalty where you don't raise your authority as quickly. And so once you get to 50, you can consider spending some of it. And then there's another penalty when you get to 75, where you're more likely to see conflicts with other countries that are that high. Currently we're towards the top, so very unfortunate we didn't get more progress tokens. This was really our time to be getting those, because we're going to be getting knocked back way down to over here. So yeah, it's a real shame we just got so unlucky. We did get a new decision available. Lending a hand, one of your vassals would like some help in completing a structure. And so these are decisions, rather than the regional decisions that you'll use, in your provinces, your regions. These ones are for your country, and so you only see these occasionally. And some of them can be pretty interesting. You have to make a choice here. So our vassal wants to construct this farm. We can help them in full, requiring 250 money and 25 metal. So it's very expensive. Really can't afford that if we don't have the metal. And we're losing money now because of those new units I just recruited. And so probably not the best thing to do there. We could do this one. It's only 150 money. Or refuse to send any help, which will likely decrease their opinion. And we're about to go to war. So, you know what? Let's do the 150 money. We can move some of our population around a little bit to adjust for the fact that we are losing money currently. We're also losing manpower. Again, all this is due to the new units that we just got. And the metal is not as bad. So the new units we got don't have a high metal upkeep. We got that extra authority. And then we also got a new regional decision. So this is similar to that other regional decision we took, where we turned the peasant into a freeman, except for in this case we're turning the freeman into a clergy. I don't know if there's anywhere we'll actually want to do that. We'll take a look and see what the situation is. But for our units here, we do want to take a look exactly who we got. So these are standing army units. So if we just took a look at our total, we can't recruit any of these units right now because we lack the metal, but we have 11 of the 12. I don't know if there's any way else to look at that. I don't know if you can see it in here. Yeah, we do have these 2 additional early armored spearmen, so that'll be super helpful. And then we got a levy unit as well. And then over here we got the early knights and sergeants, and look at that level 2. So very powerful. Yeah, these are level 2 as well. So this is a significant increase to our power. We're going to go ahead and merge these units. So we have the 1 large army of 211. Alright, so I definitely feel like we're good to go. Plus, obviously we need to get this war started because our economy is not doing well. And so we got all these troops raised up for a reason, to declare war. So yeah, let's go ahead and declare war on the Normans. This will cost 15 authority. And that will not happen until we end our turn. Now there are a few things to manage because we got the clay pit done here. We got a new population as well. Okay, so with the clay pit, we'll have more infrastructure. So we'll be able to construct these buildings a bit faster. Let's take a look, see what we want to get next. We can get the vast meadow, which produces livestock and additional food. There's the brickworks. This would be super helpful. I think that's what we're going to get. The tiles and bricks are something you often need, and you don't see this pop up very often. There's also the ale house. We do like ale. You see that they don't actually need ale, though they need wine. I don't know if ale is actually a trade good. Yeah, I think the option is clear. We should get the brickworks, and that's additional infrastructure too. So we'll be able to construct faster. We get this done in 2 turns, but our growth is kind of slow. So let's actually increase it by moving one of these freemen over here. It's not going to help a lot. Gets us up to 10 turns. And that'll be 3. All right, we also got a population over here. They're growing the next one in 7 turns. We're not working anything here, and that's fine. Let's just work on Paris for now. We'll build here a bit later, because eventually Paris will reach their building cap, which is currently 16, since we just got that additional population. We got the closed settlement. I think we have construction going on over here, so we'll just wait. Let's move one of them over here to work on the food, so they can grow a little bit faster. All right, so I think we're good to go. And yeah, we'll be declaring war on the next turn, and all our vassals should join us because we have the setting where as long as they're above 0. We did lose opinion with them despite that decision we just took. It might not have taken effect yet, though. Yeah, I think that takes effect at the end of the turn. 22 here. So just overall, opinion has been decreasing with them. 27 with Champagne, though. Alright, so at least there's that. Somebody likes this a little bit more. Oh yes, I almost forgot. We need to do something about the money problem, our income. So let's go ahead and move one of the freemen over to here. Could even move both of these down here and instead have one of these peasants work on the farm. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That solves it a little bit. It's obviously still losing a lot. And so somewhere else is going to have to move down here. This doesn't really get us very much, as you can see. And that's because of the being raided. They don't produce much of anything as long as they have this, though. It's only going to last one more turn, though. So yeah, we'll do that there. And I guess that's it. We're just going to lose a lot every turn. That's okay. Eventually we're going to take over their stuff, and then we'll just tax them. We'll have them work on the economy. Any territories you take over. All right, so let's go ahead and enter turn and get this war started with the Normans before they win their own war, although that might result in them making peace. We'll have to see what happens there. So there's the Normans with an army of 128. And so they will be facing a stronger army than what they dealt with in the other 2 areas, I think, because this is all they have. And so that might weaken them a bit. They've already been weakened a little bit, but they've also gotten experience. You can see we lost all that authority, and thus we are now way down here. Still have the chance, I think, to get progress tokens. We'll take a look and see what our percentage chance happens to be now. Seems that they're pleased that we're attacking the Normans here. We didn't ally with them, did we? I'm pretty sure we turned it down. Yeah, we're now at war with Normandy. And we'll see our vassals reluctantly muster their men to help us. They might not do it all immediately. Yeah, it looks like only 2 of them have joined so far. Okay, so with our troops here, you'll notice we're not able to attack them there because we're not at war with them. And so unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do to attack them. So we're going to go into their territory instead and start taking over their provinces. So that's what we'll do with this turn here. Have the unit go over there. You can see it's going to take 1 turn for us to arrive. You can take a look at the defenses that you're going to be facing. So the fortification level is 1. The garrison power is just 9. So it's going to be a very easy battle to take that over. I wouldn't be surprised if the Norman army, well, they are a lot weaker, so they might not attack us actually. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, we're losing a lot of manpower and money, so we need to hurry up and get some stuff taken over. I don't think we did anything, like anything constructed here. So it's going to end our turn. And we'll get to engage in conflict for the first time. Should see some battles happen. And yeah, we got to get that Norman army wiped out. Oh, look at that. They did go to that province. So that might be an element of the simultaneous turns. They perhaps might not have known that we were going there. They just moved over here to defend their territory. And then we moved at the same time. And I really like the simultaneous turns outside of the waiting you have to do because of it. But yeah, I do like the way it works. So yeah, this is our chance to defeat the main Norman army. You can see the general they have here who has a defensive 2. And so we will have that advantage. We're fighting on plains, so we will not get our trait bonus. The ambusher, that will not apply. We'd have to be in the forest. We have a lot more combat power than them, but remember, that's not the only factor to consider. We'll have to see exactly how this goes. I don't think we can click on their army since it's in the middle here of the, in between turns. So I can't take a look at exactly what they have. So there's a few different things you can do here. You can just view the report and just see how your units did. You can completely skip this, say you don't even care what happens. Or you can go down the battle map and actually watch it take place. Now remember, you do not control the units here. So there's nothing that we're doing here. We're just watching it happen. We don't play any role. But I do find it interesting. I do like watching the battles, particularly the larger ones. So you can see exactly why you won or lost, or why a unit has so little health, or why certain units got destroyed or whatever. So there's a few different ways to do this. We can set it on continuous play and then just press play and then it will take place. But for the first battle at least, or maybe for several battles, I kind of like doing it this way, just watch it play by play. So we can really talk about what's happening here. We're going to leave continuous play off. So at the start of the battle, you have the ranged phase. So this is when all your archer units are going to attack. And these are their targets. So from my understanding, I think if they get more experienced, or if there's certain type of units, they get better at picking their targets, because most of these are not the ones we'd want to attack. This guy's fine, but the archers and the militia, yeah, probably not the best options. You can see that they are targeting our better units. So not good. We have to hope that they're not very effective. They are going to attack these 2 light archers as well. So yeah, let's go and play the ranged phase. And yeah, unfortunately, the early spearmen here are tired. However, we're pretty effective as well. Many of these units are now exhausted, so that's going to hurt them during combat. I'll show you exactly how that hurts them once we do battle with any of these units. So these are the 2 units that are doing battle, and you see that their unit is already damaged. Remember, they've been doing battles against their other enemy, and so therefore many of these units might end up having lower effectiveness and also lower health. So yeah, our unit is fresh, strong, experienced. So this is going to go pretty well, but just to show you what's going on here, these are the effectiveness. Both of us have the full 3 effectiveness here. These hearts are the health of the unit. Once those are completely gone, then the unit dies. This is the modifiers you're getting to the combat rating. And so you can see that they both have the same combat rating because they're very similar units. This is an early armored spearman. This is an early spearman. We're also both getting the +3 support from those archers behind them. And then this is for the minimum roll. So, it's exactly what it says. It's the minimum roll that you can get. Because there is a bit of randomness here. There's a die roll, as there is in many of these type of strategy games. And so this will modify the minimum that you can get. Because they are strong, they have a minimum roll of 3. Because our unit has both the strong and the experience, our minimum roll is 5. So we automatically have that slight advantage there. Alright, so let's go ahead and play it out. We'll see what roll we get. We got a 20, they got 18. We only did 1 damage to their effectiveness and their health, but because they didn't have any health, it did kill the unit. And then yeah, you can just play this out. So this time the Norman unit got a much higher score, and thus they almost killed us. Also, our unit was tired. The thing to consider here, you may have noticed this. This is the number of die rolls. And so they got 3 rolls compared to our 2. And you notice that the first 2 rolls, they were at the 2 minimum, at least the 2 minimum. But those were both discarded, and instead they got their 3rd roll, the 10, which is the reason why they won the battle. So if they had not had that 3rd roll, they would have lost, because their 3, which is the highest number they had here, is lower than our 5, which our other roll was discarded as just a 4. The reason why they had 3 rolls while we only had 2, and thus they had a much better chance to get a better roll than us, is because of their general. They are on defense currently, and so it's using their defense rating of the general, which is a 2. And so you start with a 1 die roll. So the general just has a rating of 0, or you don't have a general, then you only have the 1 die roll. Our general has a rating of 1. We're on offense, and so it's using our offense rating. And so we have the base 1 and then 1 extra. So they have the base 1 and then 2 since they're on defense. And so that's a significant advantage. They have a whole extra die roll. And so that's going to hurt us throughout the battle. But yeah, that's that battle. This one, much better position. This is just a militia unit. It's already a low combat rating, so we have that advantage. And it's our more experienced unit. So the 3rd die roll could not help them out there. Alright, so another victory. Looking good so far, though we did lose this battle. That has injured our early French knights and sergeants, which is unfortunate here. That's our good unit. This is sergeants against the early French knights and sergeants, so this unit is just straight up better, way better. So that'll be to our advantage. But you see different things here. The charging and the evading and the fact that they're armored. So all these different characteristics of the units will play a role. So again, it's just not as simple as the combat rating that you see. There's a lot more to it. We were able to easily defeat that light militia with the sergeants. Now it's going to go to the other side of the battle, which I don't know how this side's going to go, because our 2 really good units were over there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Equal battle here, so that'll result in a stalemate. We both took a hit to our effectiveness and our health there. This is an easy win here. Yeah, we'll kill that unit. This one, not so good. This is an easy win for them. They'll probably kill the unit. Yeah, so we did lose that guy, unfortunately. But you know what? We did have some high maintenance costs. Yeah, we killed those sergeants. Excellent. That's a big loss for them. Sergeants against sergeants here. And it looks like we won that battle. Didn't kill them, though. And then sergeants gets a light militia. So, yeah, we definitely won this one here, guys. We won the battle. Whoever wins the battle will then have a pursuit stage. And you can chase them down and do more damage to them. Because the units that remain, you know, they're not defeated. They'll retreat from the battlefield. And so they still have an army here. Mostly archers. They actually had more units than we did. We just had better units that were fully healed. So despite all these units retreating, including the early French knights and sergeants, which we would have preferred to kill some of these more powerful units, despite all the units that have retreated here, this is still a significant victory, guys. We killed some good units here, including 2 sergeants. So yeah, this is still a good victory for us, guys. So we only lost 1 unit ourselves, which was not a very powerful unit. Now we are injured. Some of our units are injured, but we can heal this up. And we have also taken over that province, because some of those units we were fighting were the garrison. When you engage in battle in a province against an army, the garrison will assist, and then when you win that battle, or if you win that battle, then that will result in you taking over the province. Well, would you look at that? We finally got a progress token. So we lose a bunch of authority, we spend a bunch of authority, I should say, and then we get the progress token. With the Normans having declared that war, and then losing all of those units, they probably have pretty low authority. Maybe you guys can find them in there. We can also look in here through the diplomacy, and that'll show us their authority. It's 25. It's actually not that bad. Maybe due to the successes that they've had over here. Well, that's interesting. Here in Calais, they've actually had a rebellion. The Latin independence. Okay, well, I just completely missed that. So they're currently in control of that. So not going well for the Normans currently. This is the army that just retreated. I think we should go ahead and go after them next. I'm a little worried about the health of our units. We could very well end up losing the early French knights. But at the same time, they are also injured. So it'd be good to take advantage of this this victory to go after them before they build up again. And we could always pull out this unit since it's really, really weak. I suppose it would make sense to split this unit and any other really injured units so you don't lose them. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go, because remember, we lose authority if any of these standing army units get destroyed. Let's go through all of our notifications here. So we got the progress token, which we noted already. We also got some increased authority there. And that's another authority point. So I had seen that we had gotten a bunch of authority in this turn. We got a new regional decision, diplomatic intrigue. Let's go and take a look at that one. The effect of this one depends on the relationship of the target that you use it on. So if you have a negative relationship with them, then it will degrade the relationship with one of their neighbors. And so that could be helpful because it could work on a friend of theirs. And if your target has a positive relationship with you, then instead it improves their relationship with one of their neighbors and could result in a peace deal between two countries. And so if you do that, and both of the countries are AI controlled, then you get a large relationship bonus with both of them because you brokered the peace. So kind of a little interesting decision there. I don't know if there's anybody we'd need to play it against right now, but in the future, should be useful. We'll keep it just in case. So yeah, we conquered that location there, and that's just notifying us of the battle. If you click on that, then you can also click on this here. You can watch the battle again if you're interested in seeing those results. So because of the unit we lost, as well as the new province that we got, we're looking much better when it comes to manpower and metal production. We're actually getting some metal from this province here. The money is still a little low. And because we don't actually own this yet, as you can see from the lines that are going across it, we're just occupying it. I don't really want to like build anything or even work on growth too much. Instead, let's work on money. I want to move this noble back to the stewardship over here as well. Alright, so that looks pretty good. That's getting us a little bit of money. We don't have very many freemen there, so kind of limit on what we can do. We did complete the flax field here. Alright, excellent. So that's more food. And we need to get something else constructing. So could get the beekeeper. Also could get them a well, increasing health, infrastructure, and siege resistance. There's the candle shop. We might get the beekeeper here. And we just see what the options are in this other location, since we're only building in the one. We'll see if there's any better options over here. Could get the wooden church for them. Or the village green. Yeah, that one's not bad because that increases the regional loyalty. The food kept in reserve after population growth. And then you get the money and food as well. This is removed once you get to 20 population because there's other buildings that you'd build instead of the village green. So I mean, yeah, this one's not bad. Or you just get the piety and the conversion bonus that you get from the church. You always want to have at least like one of these buildings. Also reduces the chance that you're going to have any heresies pop up. But yeah, the village green would not be bad to get. You know what, let's get that. It's going to take 19 turns with the current production. Okay, what we could do, let's put more production down here and then maybe get a little bit more money because I'm just trying to fix our situation there. And it's fine if it takes 19 turns because they're going to grow in 4 and 5 turns. We get more population here pretty soon, guys. All right, so I don't think there's anything else we need to be aware of. Rich citizens of Paris have donated 50 money to the state. So that's helpful because, again, we're not doing well financially at the moment. Now we just need to manage our army. And so let's go ahead and take out these 2 units here. These guys are also really weak, so let's take them out. So we're going to go ahead and split them off. And then these guys will retreat over to Paris to heal up. While the rest of the army, which is still pretty strong, 156, is going to go ahead and attack this army here. So let's go after them. And we're going to target the army specifically, rather than just going to the province there. Alright, so I believe we're good to go. We can go ahead and enter turn and see what happens there. And we can see that our vassal over here is currently sieging this location, which is both good and bad because obviously you want them to help you. However, if they siege it down, it'll be under their control. And from my understanding, there's no way to switch that. So that's something that you had. It was an issue you had back in EU3 and like old Paradox games. Oh, he's moving to the capital now. Well, that's interesting. But yeah, you had that issue in old Paradox games, and they solved it. They gave you a way to flip occupation, demand the occupation from your vassals so you could have it. Because if we demanded it in a peace treaty, then it does result in it going to the vassal rather than you. So this is the battle, guys. And you see we are, again, more powerful than them. However, they are the defending ones, so they're going to have that additional die roll. And so they have a nice little bonus there. And this is in the plains again, so we don't get our ambusher bonus. All right, so we'll have to see how this goes. Again, we'll go play by play here. Watch the range phase. I guess we can show the continuous. So with the continuous, you just do the play. You can also skip forward and step back and kind of just look at everything. But just looking at the current battle now, you can see that none of these were really important units that got exhausted, while 2 of our important units are tired. So that did not go the way we wanted because they have a lot more archers than we do. And they seem to have better experience as well. So yeah, this will just play. So we did lose our early spearmen. So that's unfortunate. We did kill the sergeants there. We lost light archers. Killed that medium militia. Almost lost our knights and sergeants. Yeah, that did not go well. We did win the battle. But we lost one of our standing army units. The early spearmen here. And so unfortunate. But we killed a lot of units. We crippled their army. And so that's what you want to see. It's still a good victory, even if we did lose those early spearmen in addition to the light archers. We're clearly going to have to construct some more units, so I don't know if we'll be able to afford them. We're kind of broke. But yeah, we killed 2 of their sergeants. They still have their really good unit here. Yeah, look at all these guys we killed. We killed a lot of dudes. These damn archers, man. You can see how the archers can cause you issues. So yeah, we've taken over that territory and occupied it, even though that is not our territory. You know, that's not somebody we're at war with, I mean. That's not Norman territory. But I noticed this is one way that you can get territory that is that shouldn't be something you can get. I thought that was interesting. I've done that in previous campaigns. We did get another progress token as well, so we're up to 3. Remember, we're trying to get to 5 to get to the next stage there. Yeah, I noticed that you can just take over territory that way. Territory that is somebody you're not at war with. If you occupy it, you know, from somebody you are at war with. All right, so this is their army here. Where's the rest of it? Did they get destroyed? They might have retreated over to here and then got wiped out. Because I don't see them anywhere. So the Normans might be done for now. And we can just go after these guys here. Just because there's nobody really to stop us. You know, this unit is really weak. But what about the garrison? They're pretty weak, but they have a combat power of 24. It's a little bit of a threat to these guys. This is our army here. So they're still healing up. But we might want to start sending them over to here to join up with this army. These guys are pretty beat up. Yeah, I don't know that we actually want to put them, like, expose them to this battle. If we take them out, we still have 90-something. Still in a pretty good position. Oops. Gotta split them first. I don't think we're going to split anybody else off. I think everybody else is good enough for this particular battle. Hopefully, anyways. We could also just rest up here. Or move over to this location. You know what? Let's do that. Let's move over to here. Get this unit. Just rest them for a turn. And then we'll attack over here. We don't need to rush into this. They're pretty weak at the moment. They will be building additional units. Their capital is currently being sieged. That's about the progress token. Okay, so this is something we haven't talked about. When a province is not currently constructing anything, which might be because they just finished up construction. So Paris just finished up the brickworks. But if they're not constructing something, then sometimes the mayor or a noble or even the governor, the peer of the realm, will decide to build something. And it seems like they build it quicker when that happens. And so in this case, they want to clear the surrounding area. And that's like a temporary defensive thing that, boosts your defenses. It's a good thing to get. Eventually you want to do it. But it doesn't take up a building slot. And many of the times, the things that they want to do are like defensive ones because you're at war. Not all the time. But usually it doesn't take up a slot. And you can always cancel it as well. We don't have to keep that in there. We can just cancel it and say we don't want it. But in this case, we're going to let them construct that. I'm absolutely fine with them doing that. And we did get another regional decision to turn some more peasants into freemen. But remember, that does have the cost of 25, but we're actually earning money now. Maybe because the new territory just took over, or probably because all the units we just lost. We'll take a look at the new territory here in a minute. I don't know why we wouldn't want to take this decision. Do we want to take it in Paris again, though? Because we actually have a lot of freemen there. Let me just take a look at where we might want to use it instead. Maybe over here? Could also do it in this area. Yeah, I do want to build. Let's build that up. We'll do it there. But I think it's worth doing for that 25 money. So this will just be about our victories. And finally, other vassal has joined. It's not immediate. It takes them a little while to do it. And we did form a new domain. And so that's these two have now been combined into one, which is interesting. Not one province, but one region. And it's interesting considering the fact that we don't actually control that fully yet. And it might be hurting relations with them because it's rightfully theirs. I know that this happened once with a vassal before. I was occupying territory that was rightfully my vassal's because it had gotten conquered, and then I took it back over, and then rather than giving it back to the vassal, interestingly, it went to me. I was like occupying it, and I don't even know if there's any way to give it back to him. I was looking at it, and I couldn't see any way. And so I eventually got control of it, but it pissed the vassal off. Caused a lot of problems with them. But yeah, we did get control of this region here. So we're going to just make a few adjustments with the population. They're currently getting the wood cutting. I don't know how much time they invest in it, so we'll just keep it going. Rowing in 8 turns here. Let's switch this up just a little bit so we can get some more money. We got to build our treasury back up, so we're going to tax the hell out of these newly conquered territories. And I'm aware that you're moving the population into commerce, and so they're making more money, but how do you think it's coming to you up here? It's taxes. That's what I mean by taxing them. All right, so I don't think anything else happened over here. We already got our units given orders. We do need to construct a new unit. However, our metal production is kind of garbage at the moment, or we just don't have enough metal to get much. We do want another spearman. I'll see if we can construct one. See if we have enough here. So remember, we want this guy, the standing army. Although having 10 is actually not a bad situation at the moment. So we can build these back up. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it as is. Just kind of build up our stockpiles here. Alright, so yeah, we'll get all of our troops healed up a little bit. Because remember, there is a garrison in these territories, so it's not just that little tiny archer army that we're fighting. Which they went into the garrison anyway. And the Normans have raised up an additional army. Okay, so that's not surprising. Although that might just be the army that survived, but I don't know, because they weren't anywhere before. So I feel like it's a new army. They either recruited them the normal way. Oh no, they would have to have already done that, because remember, it takes a turn. And we got another progress token to route 4. We just need one more, guys. And then we'll move to the next level. Which I don't think there's any direct advantages of going to that next level. But we want to keep progressing up along that. But yeah, they could also have used regional decisions to recruit those units as well. So this is Paris from clearing that site out, and so now the stronghold has been reinforced, has extra siege resistance. So again, that's the advantage of doing that. And unfortunately, the health of our king has degraded to fair. He is 51. But yeah, his health is starting to degrade. And so remember, we can look at the health here. Although he doesn't get a little heart, unfortunately. We can see our concubine's health has also declined a little bit here. Still very good. You see our daughter is almost of age. You can do royal marriages as well. And then there's like succession, you know, there can be effects on the succession. And you can get claims because of the royal marriages. But that'll increase relations and stuff. And that'll affect both sides as well of that marriage. So go ahead and add them in there. And then again, we might let them heal up just a bit more. Because this might be a fresh army here. And yeah, I just don't want to lose any more of the standing army units. Losing the authority, and then we got to build them again. We just don't have metal production for that. So yeah, we're just going to let them heal up, guys. It's fine. And then we'll attack over here. Alright, so let's take a look and see what all happened. Obviously, we know we got the construction done here in Paris. So we'll take a look and see if we want to get anything next. And we're not constructing over here. We wanted to finish up with the building slots if there's anything worth getting. There's the food storage, the well. The delicacy shop is actually really good because we have a lot of the bonus goods here. You know, we have livestock, fruit, the honey and wax, and so we're gonna get a lot of money from it. We just don't have the exotic fruits. We do have the tiles and bricks. You still gotta like import it or whatever, but it's cheaper because it's in the same location. See, I think that's probably the best thing to get. So yeah, let's get that. That's a ton of extra money. We'll have it constructed in just one turn. Wow. I almost feel like we should move one of these guys over here. Oh, that's not even going to affect the growth. Well, never mind then. Did it affect the... it doesn't affect anything here. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just leave that as is. And we did get that extra freeman here. So we can have them work on the currency, the money, but we're actually doing pretty good now. We're earning a lot of money at this point. So we might want to move some of these citizens back, which we did get a new population over here. All right, excellent. So yeah, let's move some of the citizens back over to food production. Maybe like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Because yeah, we just don't need as much money. We're building up the stockpile. It's looking pretty good at the moment. We do need to build additional units, but we're just going to have to live on what we have here due to the lack of metal, unless we were to take that one regional decision. I think we should move these guys back over to here so we can try and get this constructed a little bit faster. Same thing with this guy. There we go, beautiful. Just work on infrastructure a bit more so we can get the village green done. So if you're wondering about war score, you see that by hovering over this button here for your ongoing wars. And so our war score is currently 25. So doing pretty good. Also shows how long the war has been going on. Alright, so let's go ahead and end our turn. I don't think there's anything else we need to manage. We're just going to leave our army here for a little bit longer. Maybe just the one more turn. But you see that the Normans are recruiting additional troops as well. I don't think they'll go on the move because they're too weak. They're probably just going to sit on the defense there. Yeah, they're building additional troops, so they actually are going to go after that army in the capital. And it seems they lost that battle. Yep. So they lost and then they retreated, and now they're even weaker. And so we're going to make a move on them in this turn. Now, we could actually help in the capital. That might be wise, because a lot of times your vassal will then cede the territory over to you if you're there when the siege wraps up. You know, if they take it over before you come, then I don't know any way, as I mentioned before, I don't know any way for you to get control of that. So with this army defeated here for the most part, looking pretty weak, which I do want to get rid of those damn early French knights. I don't know what the situation looks like here. They're not going to win anytime soon. I don't think we've shown the sieges yet. So they actually have defenses here. And so you can see that they have 2 walls. Both of them are unbreached. And so in order to assault the location, take it over, you do need to reach those walls. So the siege may last a long time because of that. Even though they don't really have a lot of units here. The combat power is actually better than what they have here. So I think we can wait to attack there. And let's go after this location now. And I think we still go there. I want to wipe out these troops. I really want to get rid of the early French knights and sergeants, particularly because they have a lot of experience. And I just want to get rid of them. Alright, so with that done, our military orders. Next, take a look at what all we constructed. So we already got the delicacy shop. And we can't construct anything else because we are at the 16 building slot, so we have to wait until we grow again here. And so now we're at the max buildings in Paris. We'll start construction over here. And just see what all we have available. So there's the beekeeper. There's also the wood cutting. Let me just take a look at what all they have again. That's right, they got the fish here, which I don't know why it says produces fishes. You know, plural is just fish, but yeah. My wife says fishes too. Then they also have the farm, the charcoal burner. Okay, and they got the traders as well. But we could get the wood cutting for more infrastructure. However, while they do need wood here for the charcoal burner, it's not costing them much to import it from Tours. And so it might be better to get the bakery because that's a lot of food and money here. So I think that's the better option. So we'll get that. We'll start working on the bakery. It's going to take 3 turns to get that constructed. Although I am thinking that we're going to move these guys over to here. So we can start working on getting the population a little bit faster. So I think that's good. And it still only takes 3 turns to get the bakery. We also have finished up the construction of the farm here. So that's getting us the livestock, some food, and some money. So these are all the things that we can currently construct here. We can get the bakery, which again is a pretty good option. But this is getting to be a pretty solid location where they provide a lot of the resources they need. You know, with the livestock provides what they need for the tannery. Wood cutting provides that wood for the mining. And so yeah, it's being built out pretty good here. So let's start to defend it, because right now they are not well defended. The garrison combat power is 12. So let's get the protected settlement. So we'll get that started. It's going to be 14 turns if we don't change this up. So let's go ahead and do that just to speed it up a little bit. Let me see. Do we want to do another one? Yeah, I think that this is pretty good. Still going to grow in 6 turns, and then it'll take 7 turns to get that. So unfortunately, we do have to end the episode here. I think everything's looking pretty good now. You know, we're building our money back up quite quickly. We're also doing great on manpower still. Metal's still a little bit short, but we'll be able to construct another unit here soon to replace those losses. And our authority's not doing too bad either. And we've gotten 4 of the 5 progress tokens that we need. And so yeah, not doing too bad overall. We're winning this war with a war score of 27. Took over these 2 provinces and going after a 3rd one. We should be able to get that finished up. I think we should be able to win that. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult of a battle. We'll outnumber them significantly. And then when we're done there, we'll go after the capital. We'll help take that, so that hopefully it will go to us instead of to our vassal. So that's the plan, guys. I think the war is progressing nicely. And then we'll have to decide, do we want to conquer all of Normandy's stuff in order to completely annex them, and then we'll have to deal with the penalties in that case, or would we prefer to just go ahead and do a peace treaty and take them apart a little bit at a time? And so we do this peace deal and just seeing what they would currently cede to us. They're not even willing to give us 1 region right now because they feel like they're still in a good position at the moment. But once we've won these 2 provinces here, I think the situation will be quite a bit different in their eyes. And so they should agree to a peace treaty if that's what we want to do. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.